All right, guys, so this Deck of Fate event I am super excited for, and honestly changes everything with my Obo build specifically. So in this Deck of Fate, we have the ability to get some Slayer accessories, but these Slayer accessories are actually preset to specific factions, which for some people, this is amazing. For some people, maybe not so much, but the factions that it's preset to are actually very good for Slayer set in general. So the first one, I'm going to click through the rings because each one of these rings is going to be for a different faction, and each one of these factions have the ability to get all 3 accessories, which opens up so much freedom with general builds. So Skinwalkers ring, we have a Shadowkin ring, we have a Bannerlord's ring, we have a Sacred Order ring, and have an Orcs ring. So that means Orcs, Sacred Order, Bannerlords, Skinwalkers, and Shadowkin will all be getting 3 accessories. If you finish this Deck of Fate in its entirety, we'll all be getting 3 accessories, which means the freedom for your gearing opens up so much. Now, looking at these factions just real quick, I'm going to talk about the champions who most stand out to me as like absolutely amazing options. So Sacred Order, Cupidus, top tier champion. I cannot stress this enough. Amazing with Slayer. Honestly, Venus is very good too because she has 2 AoE skills, not necessarily for the 6-piece, though Cupidus is incredible for the 6-piece, even the 9-piece. Honestly, if I can get him to 9-piece, which I should be able to, I'm going to do that, and he may even go into a Hydra team possibly for me because 9-piece Slayer, turn off his A3, man, it gets crazy. But even for PvP, he is so good, especially paired with Venus. Now with Venus, A2, A3, don't use a 6-piece, don't use a 9-piece, but use a 4-piece. You can go 4-piece Slayer, which would be 2 accessories, 2 top pieces, and now all of a sudden go Relentless 4-piece, go Hex 4-piece, Provoke 4-piece. So now your Venus, every time she hits, is getting a 5% turn meter boost on every target she hits with this A2 or the A3, plus she has a chance of placing Provoke or Hex on those targets as well. So now your need for a Hex champion in Hydra, your Mithrala, stuff like that, drops significantly. Even Archbishop Penthroy, if you can make it work, it's possibly decent. I have it on mine actually. It's not amazing, but hey, if I don't really have any reason to put anything else on him, I can go 2 accessories, 2 artifacts, and then a 4-piece, say, Relentless or something like that. And it does give him some turn meter boost, so on and so forth. So it's not the worst thing, and it kind of works. So the 4-piece, it's very easy to make work on champions that have AoE skills. The 6-piece is getting more, okay, these champions need AoEs on basically everything, or a very good reason to put it if they only have AoEs maybe on 2 skills. So Sacred Orders, those are my top picks there. Siegfried, not a good candidate because he has this A3, his biggest hitting ability probably. The single hit and the AoE doesn't work with Slayer, at least for the single hit part. So then from the Bannerlords, those are the options that I picked. Sacred Order, actually no, I already said Sacred Order. Bannerlords, let's talk about this real quick. So Bannerlords, we have some options. I think Stoutus is probably one of the better options, honestly, for the 6-piece. We have 2 AoE skills, so he could work with 6-piece. I think champions like Taras, where we have 2 single target skills, only 1 skill that really benefits. Baron, maybe not horrible, but it's just one big AoE hit and the rest are single target. I feel like personally, Bannerlords is kind of lacking in champions that I'd personally put Slayer on. Though Stoutus is a very potential option for Slayer, he could definitely work and work pretty well. But in general, I probably wouldn't put it on any of these champions, except for like a 4-piece set. 4-piece set, that's different. They do some AoE stuff every now and then, even a Stagnite. Hey, you got nothing better, throw a 4-piece set on them. Throw 2 accessories, 2 artifacts, and then mix and match it with something else. That's no problem whatsoever, and it definitely makes some builds a little bit better. And then we have the Orcs. Geralt. Geralt is the #1 champion for this stuff, absolutely. Artak is amazing with 4-piece. Angar could even use a 4-piece as well. A 4-piece Slayer plus a 4-piece Relentless, 4-piece Reflex, 4-piece whatever else you wanted to do. Angar could be an incredible champion for that. I'm just running through this really quickly because the champion who I want to focus on is the champion over in Shadowkin. But the next up, we have Skinwalkers. Skinwalkers has some options that could work. We have Mighty Uko, we have Razovar, we have Gwendolyn, we have possibly Nishak because of his A2 and his A3, which is a maybe, depending on where you use him. Sun Wukong, not great because it only works on his A3, and his A2 is like really where he does most of his damage anyways. So just some ideas there. Cleopteryx is actually not a horrible option because she has 2 AoE skills, so possibly a decent option for this. And then Marius, of course, would be an absolutely incredible, busted, broken champion with this on him. So just a few options there to break it down. Epics, maybe a Kemptome, but really maybe 4-piece at best there. And then for Shadowkin, the #1 champion here for Shadowkin, I think, is Oboro. So I know Obro's A1 ability, this AoE version of it, does work as far as with the Slayer set because it does in my team give her that turn meter boost. So now I'm going to be able to get a Shadowkin ring that I've been waiting on forever and actually be able to match her 9-piece Slayer benefits to give her the best set possible, basically. I'm hoping it does amazing. The previous version that I ran worked out fantastic, but I'm going to be doing a gear cleanse on my account probably this week. So I'm going to go ahead and start that today, honestly, leveling up a bunch of stuff, which I always do in gear cleanse. I'll run through all that stuff, but I'm going to get a ton of points from that. But as far as my approach goes on actually completing this event, I watched a video from Saf from the HH Network, and his breakdown for the points and as far as the dungeon runs go was very helpful. So I'm going to leave that video linked down below if you guys want to check it out. But essentially, if you want to do Dungeon Divers alone, it's going to be about 22,000 energy. I assume it was for stage 20, in which stage 20 gives you the best, most efficient runs per the cost per energy. But I'm probably going to run a little bit of 10 hard, maybe a little bit of 20, a little bit of a mix. But I want to spend under 15,000 energy to get this done. Ideally under 13,000. I'm going to do probably 500 dungeon runs of Spider, probably 10 hard, sell basically all my accessories, only going to keep the very high quality ones, and then I'm going to come in here and start upgrading pieces. So for the silver cost to finish this, I have 13 million silver right now, but what's going to happen is that as I'm going through and cleansing my gear, I'm going to use RSL Helper to upgrade most of my pieces to 8 or to 12, and I'm going to come through here and sell all the stuff. Actually, I'm going to sell it first and then have it upgraded. So I'm going to get a lot of silver from there, and then I'm going to be upgrading the gear to 8 or to 12 as well. If you upgrade all your pieces to 4, you're going to break even on the silver selling anyways. So it's always worth upgrading the pieces somewhat. We're going to sell them, and then I'm going to come through and be pretty close to hopefully finishing out this event. So I hope to get through this with spending under 12,000 energy and making it work with my current situation as far as gear and silver goes. Now, as far as planning for this, we do have some other events coming up, the Dragon Tournament, as well as the Champion Training that lasts for like a day, it looks like. So if you do want to save, this will be the better time to jump in and do this, as far as like, hey, pick up some Dragon points, pick up some Champion Training as well. But for me, I'm just going to do Spider. I'm just going to run it the entire time. I don't really care so much about the Dungeon Diver points. I want to make sure I'm getting plenty of silver, which Spider gives the best silver of all dungeons. And I want to make sure I'm getting plenty of Dungeon Diver points if I can. So I'm farming silver, I'm farming Dungeon Diver points, and then I'm going to go in and cleanse my gear, and then hopefully have enough to actually finish this all out. And then I'm going to build the monster Obro, essentially. So Obro is going to be absolutely crazy, busted, broken. I hope she's really good, but we're going to see soon enough how she actually performs. And I really don't care what kind of accessory she gets. It doesn't really matter. As long as she has an accessory in all the slots, all of her top row pieces are good, then she's going to be solid as well. Now, the good thing is that in the 9-piece Slayer bonus, actually my Ray is pretty close to that as well, and she actually could use some better stuff, but there's no Dark Elves even as an option, so never mind that. But we also get 15% crit damage and 5% speed, so more crit damage is awesome. The speed, I don't really care about that, but the chance to duplicate damage is just so interesting. I'm really looking forward to that, guys. That's the one thing I've been looking forward to the entire time. Wait, am I done? I just finished the event? Well, that was a little anticlimactic. What the heck? That's the one thing I'm looking for. Huh. Let's see. Was it an attack ring? No, it was not an attack ring. It was a Shadowkin ring, though. It was a defense ring. Maybe it goes triple roll attack percentage. I'm not even going to re-roll that if so. Okay, double roll, single roll attack. I mean, with this, it's kind of risky, okay? Do I rework this? Nah, I don't think so. I just put it on her. I don't really care that much. So with this, if I go boom, this necklace is going to be, I have no crit damage necklace, but I do have a necklace for her. It's HP. I've already reworked it before. Triple roll attack. So I lose 47 crit damage. Wow. And then we pick up this. These banners are all kind of garbage, honestly. I reworked that. Did I rework this already? I did rework that. I've been reworking these banners like crazy. But hey, since we're here, let's go ahead and give this a shot real quick. 9-piece Slayer, man, so good, so good. So I just want to see it real quick in Hydra, brutal Hydra. She's pretty tanky now, so that's actually fine. I want to see, I got my Venus in here. I may have to change it up anyways very soon, but I do want to see how that AoE skill actually works because it should be duplicating the skills, no problem. We'll see though. Of course, we'll see. So Obro, do a hit. Looks like it duplicated that there. I can't. It's difficult to tell because of the hex damage being spread, but I'm pretty sure she duplicated it. We need to slow it down to actually really see. 100k. Okay, so the duplicate damage should be the about 100k again. 100k. Okay, no duplicate damage there. Let's see it in just a moment. Okay, so this is AoE attack, so it's gonna be hard to see it here. Or an ally attack, it's gonna be hard to see that there. It looks like a 21,000. No, I don't know if that's it or not. It's a little bit tricky to see, like I said. Okay, ally attack. This is gonna be easier to see. 128. Oh, I can't really tell. There's a lot of numbers popping up. I will be able to tell once I finish the run and how well it actually performs. But she does, if you watch her when she does her hits, she does get the benefit of Slayer because she's getting turn meter boost. So it only makes sense to me that she also gets the chance to duplicate her hits, the 30% chance, right? It's the only thing that makes sense to me. 121, okay. Okay, I don't see no red numbers popping up that are higher, unfortunately. Looking for that. But you guys can let me know. For some reason, she's broken with that. It'd make no sense because the skill, I know a lot of people questioned it, if it's an AoE skill in the coding or not. But it definitely is because you can see her turn meter getting boosted 5 or 6 times there. So it definitely is in the code like that. 14, 12. Okay. We do a few more. 25, 429. Dang. Okay, so 291. Yeah, I saw 291 duplicated there. So I don't know how it's duplicating it, but it definitely is. She just hit for 229 on that head. So the second chunk of damage, basically. 483. Oh, man. I don't know if it's doing it per head or every head. How that works. If it's like, okay, if it duplicates it on everything, or if it counts it individually. Okay, let's see another one. That's actually crazy. Want to see a few more, but I am excited for this Obo build. And remember, she actually dropped some gear as well. Like I had to take some gear off of her, so this is even better than before. Like, well, no, it's not. It's like there's less attack than before, so her damage stats are lower than before, but the chance to duplicate damage I think is just incredible. I mean, it's going to be a pretty decent boost to my overall damage, I believe. We're gonna see. I'm gonna see soon enough though. But all right, either way, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Obo does, in fact, work. I know for sure Cupidus works. I mean, he's incredible as it is. Obo's doing, let's see how much damage. Currently, 20 million damage. Pretty fast as well. So 20 million damage on turn 3. Sorry, 3 minutes in with 1x speed going. So 42 million, guys. I'm super excited for this. Very much looking forward to this. I want to see her do my new personal best. We'll see how that works out. So 9-piece Slayer on Obo. This makes it pretty much to where anybody, if you have Obo, you could do this, which I absolutely love this because the biggest thing with this set is it was not free to play friendly. However, now this makes it to where you could get it. Everybody can get it because you're going to get pieces up top as well, which is awesome. And you should have some from the Forge passes as far as the free stuff earned. So most players should be able to get her in this kind of set as well as Cupidus. I think this is actually an amazing thing. It's not cheap, but I think it is a very, very good thing for a lot of players to actually go for this, especially for, I mean, Obo, Cupidus, and Geralt. I think of the 3 that I'd say are the best as far as the 9 pieces go. Artak, I mean, there's so many that can work with 4-piece. 4-piece is so easy to make work. Literally, if they have one AoE skill, you can make a 4-piece work. Because accessories don't give you benefits. They don't give you set bonuses, typically. So if you're able to throw 2 pieces down here that are a Slayer set, well, now you're getting 5% crit, you're getting 15% crit damage, 5% speed, and now you're getting a 4-piece set bonus when you actually complete the whole thing. So, I mean, it's really like a no-brainer for a lot of champions, even if they only have one AoE skill, to go ahead and throw them into Slayer, assuming you don't need to do a ton of damage, right? Don't need to go to the 6-piece. That's a little different situation there. But the 4-piece is just extremely valuable. Very, very, especially, I mean, it still leaves you room for 4 Relentless or whatever it may be. Let's see if I got champions like Necmo. Okay, there we go. Sissia, I can make her work with it. I didn't, but I could. The champion I'm gonna make work with it is Obo. So guys, I don't want to keep y'all around here too much longer. You probably already left. Either way, thank y'all for watching. Love and appreciate all you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.